swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard. Happily, I feel that I learn something every time I face you, even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise, so long as you're certain you have time. Let us begin. Did you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it. You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush. He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you? You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer. There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded. Very well. I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready. Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like? Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic. Training has worth, and Masterly allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside 2 rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable. Let's see what you can learn. What can I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. Masterly is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist? You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide. A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within. True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions. It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted. I am charged with giving... Goodbye. I am here...
Always good to see you wandering the school. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
Master Lee keeps talking about restless dead, but there's nothing like that around here. Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely. That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning. Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Lee accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise? You're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation. You're exactly what you'd expect. From what I understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else. That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense. If you wish, what do you want to ask about? Master Li took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside. I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born. I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago. Leaving so soon? Oh well, back to my training. Something... You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that. Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Li has in store for you. All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like being anything less than the center of attention. You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of. Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you too. Notice how she's been less willing to train with you recently? Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. You know what is said. Master Li believes you're special, but won't say why. It makes you interesting. Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Some even consider it an attack on their worth. Gao, obviously. You know he doesn't like you, he never has. And when Master Li tells him to model himself after you, that just makes it worse. If you wish. I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years. I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life. If you wish. Of course. I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I? Excellent! Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
My strength will be...
Master Li says to always remember the basics. He is wise to provide our skills such a strong foundation.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I am ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from... I haven't yet settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to... I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then... You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person... I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not... I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is Well, he doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn. I have heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students... I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that... I'll answer. He is one man and guides his... At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother... I demonstrate, but I don't... He is greatly skilled and... I'll answer. It's funny. but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that they're the Emperor's personal guardians, and the Imperial... The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask... There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows and... I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most... I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers is quiet. You may consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite... That won't be for a long time, but I'll probably the school I attended in the Imperial... Oh, I don't know. It just seems like this... Goodbye.
Typical. Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train. Really? You would have dropped everything to... Master Li certainly can... You don't want my answer to that question. Try Lin. Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually... I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after its master. Go, bud.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jing with great pride. You have gained almost what you can from the You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you. Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true... I recall that as a child. You fell and bruised your arm. I comfort. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits... Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend... The people are scared.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matter. You will have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has a weapon for you. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the... Prepare your... Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village. Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now,
my body is healed.
I may finally get a chance to... I'm sure... What? Why would you ask me? Everyone knows She's too moody to talk to. Oh, you certainly don't seem to have any trouble. You think I will... Leaving so... Something... As... Leaving...
Bandits coming here.
What? The less...
My body is healed.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my...
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to...
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
He is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did. What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish? That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Qianin. Strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid.
Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future? Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant for great things, but you must discover them yourself. It must be so frustrating, but exciting as well. It is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are unknown. My skills will always be darker. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems. I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the... Let's go get your weapon from Guzhen's workshop. Of course. I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating Qi has not come as naturally to... I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Hopefully I'll find my... We are all spiritual creatures. When we... If they're... They usually only... If a person's life is very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world. Maddened spirits change. They lose their... I've only seen hints of... I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to You'd think we could do... His workshop is... You must be tired. We should get our weapons as quickly as we can. I am honored that Master Li feels I am worthy of standing beside you.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth...
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Fusion will be in his shop.
Heavens, no!
It's so off. Why?
Heavens, no! I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
Leads to the beach. Fusion's shop is north of the main square. We should really get our weapons as soon as we can.
It's